Gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Find Diablo there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Smith on 3rd and short. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Hey, we go.
They're going for this. He completes it in traffic. He's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down, Smith to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They'll come up 1st and 10.
13 next.
And again, it's Smith. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they face 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, here we go.
Shotgun snap to Smith. To the edge of the end zone, and it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. and he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 32. Won't get this complete to Pitts. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They are now set for 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Penix here from the gun. He's cut along the left sideline. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Finish off their opening drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Two all lined up and ready to boot this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Smith. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. They've got a screen to the running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Smith on 4th down. He finds it beyond the marker. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, Brock, and the huge play extends this drive. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Smith. To the left side, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. More coming up after this quick break. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing is Smith. And the catch is made for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 2nd quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. Got a man, it's London. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10 now. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. For the sideline, and it's intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it. And the Raiders are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
Smith on first down. Buys time, rolling right. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, it's Robinson.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Here's 2nd and 11. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Man, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if you looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. On the shotgun, Penix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On first down, here's Penix. That's incomplete left side. That throw intended for Drake London. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Pitts brings it in. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And that's good for a gain of 5. Play made there by Clark Phillips. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
There we go.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Falcons take over as he records his 10th career INT. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. He's trying to push the field. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Raiders are going to take over after the interception.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running the back. He looked like a receiver navigating in that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Vegas! The Raiders get some late points and the lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 3. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Oh, brother, hits another interception. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Raiders get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's going to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 8. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, and that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. And again, it's Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown! The Raiders will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Penix now on 1st down. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. No luck finding his receiver that time. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They kick the running back in motion. this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And they'll only have time for one play before halftime. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this.
Wait for this.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. First down play, that's a 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's finally done, and he lost the football. How do it down? And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Where that call came at just the right time to rip a hole in the defense. It should have been a play that knocked them on their backs and led the points. One player's tireless effort stole the ball, stole the momentum, stole the show, and averted a complete disaster.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith escapes the pocket. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
On 2nd down, Robinson touchdown! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Oh, they get him yet again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Broke through the tackle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's forward. Gets a couple of yards. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 43. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, we were able to keep him short of the sticks.
There it is. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not Broadway. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
That's brought in by Mooney. Galloping inside the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Penix out first down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the third. Drake London with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, it's Smith. Complete here to Bowers. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. From the gun, Smith. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. The spike, they're going to throw. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Smith on 3rd and short. On the move, headed right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first. Out of the gun, here's Smith. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He's got Bowers working the sideline.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead.
Build that momentum offense. That first down, fella.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard on the pickup. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Gonna keep this one and go. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Raiders make it a 9-point advantage. Geno Smith with a touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Penix now. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Second and 10 now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, did not happen in his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On 1st down, they'll run. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, gets the better defenses in this league.
come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Smith in the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Smith setting the throw. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Vegas. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.